I want to share a framework with you that I've developed that I call the broken wheel of business. And this is, I think, a really solid visualization as to why business can be so hard for all of us. But my hope is it also serves as a framework that lets you know exactly where you need to go in order to fix what's hurting. Think of it as a diagnostic tool. My name's Qasim. I've built 6 million and multi-million-dollar businesses. I've had 2 successful exits, 1 for 8 figures. I've generated a $10,000,000 net worth. And my goal in life is to help you achieve 3x freedom. That's financial freedom, freedom of dimension, and freedom of purpose. And this is the broken wheel of business. This wheel represents your business, and the spokes that I'm drawing represent the different departments or functions of your business. And every business is going to be a little bit different, so I'm just going to draw kind of the basics, let's say, and then you can choose to customize this according to you, right? So, over here we have marketing, sales, onboarding, fulfillment, support, finance, operations, HR. And I realize that there's legal and compliance and R&D and all those other things, but let's just assume that this is the basic wheel of every business, right? And this is a well-functioning business because this business turns, right? So if you were to roll this wheel down the road, because everything's equidistant and all the spokes are strong, then this wheel, if you wanted to turn it, just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. That's a mature business. This is a business that's been well developed and can actually roll down the hill. Now, here's what, especially if you're a startup, here's what your business looks like. You've got the center of your wheel, and then most businesses start really strong with marketing. That's where they spend most of their time. And then maybe they're actually really strong with sales too, marketing and sales. So this is the beginning part of their business. But their onboarding is weak and their fulfillment is, practically non-existent, and they don't have anything else because they're a brand new business. So what does that wheel look like? Looks like this. So what happens when you actually try to roll this wheel? Well, first, let's say that this is the ground right now, and you'd have to lift, and it's a heavy, heavy, heavy lift, and you're sitting there and you're lifting as hard as you possibly can, and then you reach this apex where all of a sudden gravity is going to help you, and then it just swings as fast as it can, and it falls flat. That's, I think, the perfect illustration and analogy of how businesses currently function. When you have a startup, you're not able to build out your whole business to complete maturity. So what do? You start with what you think the most important spoke is, but then that spoke ends up being massively over-engineered. And so all of a sudden, you invest really heavily into marketing and sales, and you're like, oh my goodness, I have more customers than I can possibly live with, but I don't have anything in the way of onboarding or fulfillment. So I'm going to build out my onboarding spoke, and I'm going to build out my fulfillment spoke, and I'm going to do my best, and they're not great, but at least they're getting there, and this is awesome. And then my wheel starts to turn, but then it's going to fall flat the minute I get to service and operations. And so now, bam, I'm flat again. And then you're going to go and you're going to learn, okay, here's, customer service, and here's operations, and these probably aren't great, but they're at least, it's not perfectly rounded, let's say. They're not as engineered as marketing and sales, but they're relatively engineered. And then, and so on and so forth, right? So this is your ugly business and your ugly wheel. And what's funny about it is, in my experience, most small businesses invest really heavily where? I'm willing to bet you already know. Most small businesses build out their wheel between marketing, sales, onboarding, and then they half-ass fulfillment. And all the rest of this is just ignored at best. So their wheel kind of looks like this. And that's why the wheel doesn't turn. That's why they're sales engines. They're just people that are really good at going out and getting new customers, and they have to continue to get new customers because then they know their wheel doesn't turn, even if they don't realize why. They just know that, I have to get a new customer in because in 2 to 3 months, once this customer realizes that our fulfillment's horrible, they're going to leave and we're going to need to fill the pipeline. That's why if you ever hear organizations talking about, filling up the pipeline, and if their primary and very often only focus is new sales, marketing, leads, they're a broken wheel. They're a broken wheel. And for you in your business, start paying attention and really ask yourself, this forces you to look at things through a really difficult lens. I can't tell you, when I ran Solutions 8, all we did was lead gen for people. I had the #1 ranked Google Ads agency in the world, and people would come to us all the time and they'd say, we need more leads. We need more marketing, more sales. We have to build this out. And I'd say, no, this is the only thing in your business that's actually working. Your onboarding, your customer service, or your customer intake sucks. Your fulfillment sucks. Your customer support sucks. You don't know your numbers. You have a broken wheel. You need to go fix the rest of your wheel. And then the leads that you are getting will actually help this thing turn. And now all of a sudden we can actually build out this wheel. So far too often, people focus on marketing and sales. They focus on leads and cash in when they really should be focusing on the entire rest of their business. This is the first time I've ever shared this publicly. I'd love to know what you think. And I'd love to know what input you have as far as how I might be able to better articulate this. You'd be giving me a gift. So hit me in the comments if there was a better way to approach maybe the explanation. And if it resonates, I'd love to know that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.